Hello and welcome. I am Suteja, co-founder of Inner Treasure Hunt. I am delighted to be with you today for a very special event, the celebration of the birth of the sixth sun on May 26, 2021. While the eclipse on May 26 marked the change from the fifth sun to the sixth sun in the Toltec tradition, the actual transition will span many generations. To be alive during such an amazing time is a great and rare honor, and we certainly choose to be here to witness this major cosmic event. In this session, we will explore what the transition from the fifth sun to the sixth sun means for you and what you can do to facilitate a smooth transition for yourself and others. We will talk about the awakening of the sixth sun and its influence on the collective. Then we will do a practice together to attune ourselves to these new, higher spiritual energies and receive intuitive guidance from them. You are going to need a pen and paper, so please get them now. And if you already have them, just settle in and take a few deep breaths. The sixth sun is a concept developed by the Toltec tradition, a Mesoamerican civilization dating for at least 1,000 years. The class called Toltec and the sixth sun gives a lot of information about the Toltec civilizations, the Aztec calendar, and the previous, current, and future cycles of humanity called suns. Today we will summarize what this transition from the fifth sun to the sixth sun means for us individually and collectively, and why this is relevant today. According to the Toltec, each sun represents a cycle of 6,625 years for humanity. The eclipse of May 26, 2021 was foretold by the Toltec to be the end of the fifth sun and the beginning of the sixth sun. So this change is not about predictions and the end of the world. It is about the end of an era. Let us summarize what the fifth sun was about. The Aztec calendar depicts the fifth sun as the sun of injustice. Injustice is the only thing we know. We are born in it. This is the only sun that has been recorded by official history, mainly a history of war and conflict. The fifth sun was a time of great suffering and inequality. We are very familiar with this angry sun in which injustice is embedded into the structures of society. This era was ruled by the law of karma. It was characterized by the domination of a group over minorities. The powerful ruled over the powerless. Injustice generated anger, rebellion, revolution, all of which were attempts to re-establish basic equality and justice for all. What makes the Toltec tradition so relevant today is its ability to give us an idea of what comes next and how we can participate in the creation of a better future. We are now transitioning from the fifth sun to the sixth sun, a period of time during which the fifth sun and the sixth sun have equal power. The Toltec count says that this period of transition started in 1991 and will end in 2026. 2020 and 2021 being the most difficult years of all. This transition from the fifth to the sixth sun is meant to be a time of adjustment from a lower frequency to a higher frequency. And this transition was said to occur in two parts. The first part started in 1991 and finished in 2012. These 21 years marked great changes on the outside. We got new technologies, cell phones, the internet, which changed the way we live. The second part of the transition was from 2012 to 2021, and this phase of 9 years marked internal changes, a time of purification of our personal and collective subconscious called underworlds. The Toltec described 2020 and 2021 as a period of darkness and uncertainty. The Toltec tradition said that the shift from the fifth sun to the sixth sun will force us to change. We will have the opportunity to look inward, so we can create something new for ourselves. We will adjust our life with the benefit of the collective in mind. So what do we know about what comes next, the sun of the future? The sixth sun is characterized by the return of wisdom and the return of the initiates, the people who have accumulated knowledge in order to help create a new consciousness on earth. It is said that the sixth sun will bring a new understanding of the spirit, the soul, and subtle energy. Many traditions concur with this concept with a different vocabulary. You may have heard of the Golden Age following the Iron Age, or the Aquarius Age replacing the recent Pisces Age. The sixth sun is a very big step up for humanity. It requires us to evolve and change, which is challenging and uncomfortable. We can no longer ground or rest on the same principles as before. We need to learn the new principles that rule the sixth sun. So what can you do to prepare for the shift in consciousness? The goal of this present practice is to help you make a gentle transition to the sixth sun. So let us work on a few themes of the sixth sun together. The first thing to do is to understand your own major shift at this time. You know that your personal spiritual awakening of the sixth sun has started when you are able to see the synchronicities between this cosmic shift and your own life. We look at the collective shift because to understand the collective shift is to gain insight into your own path. The sixth sun is a return to the collective, unity, and the common good. Your mission involves, in one way or another, contributing to the highest good of the collective. As long as you feel isolated and separated from others, you can't really understand your own destiny, your own mission in the sixth sun. We will come back to this when we talk about the Pleiades constellation. So simply put, what are you transitioning into in your own life? Are you undergoing some kind of a shift, whether this change is psychological, meaning internal, or circumstantial, external? Or it may be both. So when you find this correspondence, you can rely on the cosmic patterns to understand what is happening to you. Know that you are guided and supported in your own shift. What happens to you is happening to everyone else, with variation, of course. Consider yourself a special version of a larger and unifying cosmic pattern. Think about what life-changing shift is going on for you right now. So what is happening? Or what is not happening that you would like to have happen? How do you see your future different than it is today? Who are you today and who do you want to be in the future? You're gonna take a moment to write down your life-changing shift and what it is about for you. So write down who you are now and who you see yourself becoming in the sixth sun. The second theme of the sixth sun is a fundamental key to raising your frequency and ultimately moving past the sun of injustice. To be able to move forward, you need to let go of the perpetrator-victim duality and forgive. It's understandable that injustice triggers our anger, but in order to rise to the sixth sun, we are going to have to clear any negativity within ourselves. This is the end of the sun of injustice, so a way to contribute to the sixth sun is by ending anger within yourself. Most of us are angry about something outside or inside of ourselves makes us angry. So what are you angry about? How does your anger make you feel? Take a moment to write down what your anger is about. If you don't feel angry about anything, consider an injustice you don't like and how it makes you feel. Write it down. The next step is not easy either. This is why the Toltec said that the spiritual path is the hardest path a person can take, the path of the warrior. So ask yourself if you are ready to let it go and forgive. Maybe you need to forgive an individual or a group in power or an authority figure or yourself. Can you find it within yourself to forgive them or to forgive yourself? What will it take for you to let go and let be? Write it down. Ultimately, you forgive to free yourself, so do it for yourself. This is important. Do it for yourself. Are you ready or willing to embody peace and harmony with the light of the future, the light of the sixth sun in mind? Are you ready or willing to align with sixth sun energies to be a ray of light of the future? Write it down. The third and last theme we will work with today is also a fundamental key to understanding and entering the sixth sun. Because the sixth sun is a feminine sun, there is a rise in feminine energies. And feminine energy relates to the right brain functions. The fifth sun was a masculine sun which led us progressively to overuse the left brain, the linear, logical mind. The logical mind functions well within the physical world but can't relate to and denies the existence of invisible planes. So the more we use our left brain, the more we are cut off from life and life force. Overuse of the left brain separates us from others, separates us from other planes of existence and the source. Imagine a long cycle of humanity, what the Toltec call a sun, as a movement of a pendulum, like this. And one masculine sun, like the fifth sun, gives the opportunity for humanity to experience the logic of the left brain. When the next cycle begins, like the dawn of the feminine sixth sun, the pendulum comes back to center, a balance between the two hemispheres of the brain. When the balance between our right and left hemispheres of the brain returns, humanity starts experiencing life with a different perception. The rise in right brain activity allows humanity to discover 1. The ability to use the power of our subconscious to create and shape our own destiny for self-healing or for the highest good. 2. The possibility to perceive the forces of nature, the invisible planes and other dimensions, recovering the multidimensionality of who we really are. 3. The development of a higher consciousness that allows the recovery of our connection with life force, the magnetic field of the earth, a more empathic connection with others, and a connection to the divine source. The ancient knowledge of previous feminine suns is re-emerging with more teachings becoming widely available that have been only known by a few. Now for yourself, consider if you are predominantly left brain, meaning linear, efficient, logical, or are you predominantly right brain, meaning imaginative, instinctual, intuitive, or maybe you are both, and what is it like? Write it down. Imagine what it would be like to have your two brains working together and supporting each other. What would you be able to achieve in your life with this kind of balance? Write it down. We will work on balancing our two brains in our practice today. I want to come back to the sixth sun being an era about the collective. Masculine thinking, like that the one of the fifth sun, brings more of an individualistic mind. Feminine thinking, like the sixth sun, brings more of a family-oriented mindset, the tribe mindset. A rise in right brain activity is giving us more access to the collective subconscious and its treasures. But how will the consciousness of mankind shift from the angry sun to collective peace? The answer is given by the Pleiades. The Pleiades is a constellation of hundreds of stars. 7 of them, the most luminous ones, are the famous 7 sisters known in many traditions. In many traditions of the world, these 7 stars represent a powerful spiritual anchor in the heavens for humanity. Each star has a specific symbolism. Alcyone, the biggest star of the cluster, shines 1,000 times brighter than our Sun. It is said to be the sun of our Sun. The 5 first Pleiades relate to individual matters. Toltec initiates exchanged energy with the Pleiades, or whether among the 7 main stars they could only access the first 5 stars. But on May 26, 2021, the Toltec tradition talks about the awakening of the 6th Pleiades star, the star that represents the collective mind in the 6th sun. Toltec cosmology also said that the 7th Pleiades, which corresponds with the cosmic mind, will awaken in the year 2026. This year represents the end of the transition period after which the 6th sun energy takes full effect. In our practice today, we will work with the 6th Pleiades star to recover our sense of collective unity and remind ourselves that we are all one. This will elevate our spirits so we can comprehend and attune ourselves to the new collective consciousness of the 6th sun. This is a celebration of the 6th sun. The practice is about preparing you for a smooth transition to the 6th sun. We will travel in imagination or in spirit to the sun, where we will be using a Toltec technique called mixed tone. Mixed tone means the smallest particle. You can think of it as the teeniest building block of life, like an atom. To do this technique, you will imagine that your human shape loses its usual integrity until you are able to see yourself as particles in motion and empty space. In the exercise, you will accelerate the particles until you become energy. In that state of energy, you will have the opportunity to release from yourself all the old 5th sun energies, including anger, victim-perpetrator mentality, and any blockages in the right or left brain. Once all of the detrimental energies are gone, you will become pure light and shape your future self for the 6th sun. So let us start the meditation. Take a comfortable position with your back being supported. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness inward. Drop your shoulders, loosen your neck. Take 3 deep breaths, letting go of any thoughts and coming fully into your body. Come into your full presence, feel your whole body. How do you feel physically today? Any pain, pressure, heat, cold, any sensations that call your attention? How do you feel emotionally? Acknowledge any stress and what happened to you these past few days, these past few weeks, or these past few months. How is your level of energy? Remember how you feel now so you can compare to the final result in the end of the practice. Now go deeper inward with some abdominal breathing. So place your hands on your belly and observe the natural movement of your abdomen as you breathe in and out. Slow down the rhythm of your breath. Your exhale is longer than your inhale. Encourage your belly to expand as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Allow your belly to go back down. Contract the abdomen gently in the end of the exhale, pressing your hands on your belly when you breathe out. Notice how you feel after this good intake of oxygen and prana. Today we will do some breathing with the sacred mathematics of the Toltecs using the number 13, the number of the sun, since we are working on the sixth sun. We are going to breathe smoothly, counting to 13. Inhale through the nose, counting mentally to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Exhale through the mouth, counting mentally to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's do a few breaths together just to get into the rhythm. Inhale 13. Exhale 13. Inhale 13. Exhale 13. Inhale 13. And exhale 13. Before we do 13 breathing together, think about the sun in the sky radiating the beautiful energy of the sixth sun. Let us do 13 breathings, inhaling the therapeutic energy of the sun. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. Now we will do some alternate nostril breathing with the intention of balancing our right brain and left brain. When breathing through the right nostril, you strengthen the left hemisphere of the brain. And when breathing through the left nostril, it helps to improve the function of the right hemisphere of the brain. So you are going to breathe alternatively through the left nostril, then the right nostril, using your fingers to close off the opposite nostrils. I demonstrate first. I close my right nostril, breathe in through my left nostril. Then I close my left nostril, breathe out through my right nostril. I keep my finger on the left nostril and breathe in through my right nostril. Then I switch fingers, close my right nostril and breathe out through my left nostril. Straight from the beginning. Now let's do the practice together for a few minutes. Inhale left, switch, exhale right, inhale right, switch, exhale left, inhale left, switch, exhale right, inhale right, switch, exhale left, inhale left, switch, exhale right, inhale right, switch, exhale left. Continue at your own rhythm. Finish the practice with an exhale on the left nostril. Now you will breathe through the central column of your spine. This exercise helps clear karmic energies stuck in the spine. So you will inhale as you imagine a white light entering the top of the head and moving down your spine. At the end of your inhale, you will hold your breath while the energy rotates 3 times in a clockwise direction at the base of your spine. Exhale and visualize the white light moving up your spine and out through the top of your head. If the rotation at the base of the spine is difficult for you, just focus on the energy going down your spine when you inhale and up your spine when you exhale. Let's do a few minutes together. Now let's stop the practice and notice how you feel after this clearing. Now we're gonna be merging with the sun. Imagine the sun radiating its beautiful light in the sky. We are made of a physical body and also an energy body called a soul. Visualize your soul following a ray of light up to the sun and dive into the sun. Open your soul and merge with the sublime quality of the sun. Now imagine your human shape losing its usual integrity until you see yourself as particles in motion and empty space. Now you will accelerate the motion of the particles. Accelerate more, more. Continue to accelerate the frequency of your particles more, more, faster, faster. Now, at this high frequency, release from your soul the old fifth sun energy that were supporting viruses, bacteria, tumors, any illnesses, your aging process, any weight gain, or anything that doesn't serve you. Vibrate all your particles and release. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth and release. Now release from your soul all fifth sun energy, anger, victim perpetrator state of mind or guilt, or any negative emotions, ancestral patterns, any blockages in the right or left brain. Inhale, exhale, release. Now you become pure light. Shape your future self for the sixth sun. Dream about your future self. Become one with the energy of the sixth sun and empower your future self. Experience bliss in the golden light of the sixth sun. Open your heart. Forgive yourself and others. Do it for yourself. Now ask the sixth sun to show you the Pleiades, the son of our sun. Now find a star, the sixth Pleiades of the collective, the one that is activated at the birth of the sixth sun. the star of the six Pleiades becomes brighter and brighter. Now see the light of the six Pleiades surround our entire planet for a new collective awakening, for harmony and unity. See the light of the six Pleiades on your family, your loved ones, your home. Connect with the six Pleiades and receive information and guidance from the six Pleiades for you personally. Now receive information and guidance for the collective. Now come back with some abdominal breathing. Inhale, the belly goes out. Exhale, the belly goes in. Now, write down any experience you had during the meditation or any information, any messages you got from the six Pleiades. Today, you celebrated the birth of the sixth sun and attuned yourself with its beautiful light of forgiveness, bliss, and a new unity for mankind. You can stay in touch with the six Pleiades and the collective light that supports all of us as one. You can repeat this practice as often as you like. Your homework is to continue to let go of anger and the victim-perpetrator mentality. Find activities in your life that balance the right brain and the left brain. Keep the light of the sixth sun within you to give you strength and inspiration in this challenging time. If you would like to learn more about the sixth sun, visit innertreasurehunt.com to take the Toltec and the Sixth Sun program. You can also find more lessons and practices that will support your inner exploration at the website. I wish you the best on your journey into the Sixth Sun. Thank you for your interest and for joining me in this important work.